Okay, so I've had a few people ask for a tour of our Catio, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And just talk about how it's put together as well. So this is the back of our house, of course. We had this covered porch, and we looked into actually buying a sort of pre-built Catio kit sort of thing from Omelette that would have been about 3 meters by 2 meters, and that was going to be about $2,000. Actually, I was thinking a little more than that. And then started looking at our house and saying, I think we can actually spend about the same amount of money and build something much, much larger. So that's what we did. So we got the net here from catnets.com.au. This net has like stainless steel in the mesh, so it should be pretty sturdy. And we basically used their system to assemble the whole thing, but we bought a lot of the parts from Bunnings instead of buying them from them because they're a lot cheaper, and you know, Bunnings is right down the road and we didn't have to wait for shipping and stuff. So yeah, there's a couple of different kinds of attachments going on here. So you get this net and you kind of run this border rope through the last couple of squares. You sort of weave it through. And then for wooden things like this, you could just use these U-nails to attach. U-nails are just a pain in the ass, or more appropriately, a pain in the fingers to use. So we did the first few panels like that, and then as we sort of got further in, we just skipped the U-nails wherever we could and started using the other system, which is based on this sort of guide wire. I don't know if you can see, there's a stainless steel wire there. That's marine grade, so it won't rust or anything like that. And so for the bottom here, we had to actually sink these, let me actually wash this out down here, these masonry bolt eyelets. We had to sink those into the tiles of our porch here, and around this other side here, we actually, from Bunnings, we bought this big concrete sleeper and had to sink masonry bolt eyelets into that, and one stray cinder block because the sleeper wasn't quite long enough. Okay, anyway, so you sink the masonry bolt eyelets, and you run the wire through them, and then you sort of, I'm gonna go inside now. Oh, this zipper was also from catnets.com.au. That's quite neat. There we go. Going in. Right, so the wire attaches down here to this hook via a turnbuckle, so we can sort of tighten it up if we need to. Yeah, and then we actually had to attach this board to the house here, or actually it's a couple of boards. So our house has asbestos like cladding, which is actually not dangerous unless you drill into it. So we didn't want to sink a single screw into the house, and we ultimately didn't have to do that. Well, we did attach these at the top and bottom, but that's wood there. There's no asbestos involved there or down here. So we kind of attached this board so that we wouldn't have to do anything that involved the asbestos. Okay, so right, masonry bolt eyelets along here, and then again some more U-nails up here and up there. But then we have this other kind of attachment down here. There's dirt here. We've planted grass seed. We don't know if it's going to grow, honestly, because it's so late in the year. So here, I don't know if you can see this, we've actually attached just these little L-shaped black eyelets directly to the fence. So we were really struggling with what to do with this side of the Catio. Initially, we were actually thinking, well, we actually bought stuff to sink some tall timber posts along the fence here, but that would have actually required us to run net all the way to the ground, and we didn't actually have enough net for that. And so but then we were just talking over kind of a whole bunch of different options, including clipping things to the top line of this fence, or drilling through it and putting eyelets in there, but the fence is shared property, so we couldn't really alter the fence. But then we just basically realized we could use the bolts that are already holding this fence to the posts on the other side and just attach the Catio to that, basically, or the eyelets to that. And so we ran all these eyelets. We ran another one of those wires. We've got a two-sided turnbuckle here. Ran another one of those wires and then attached the net to that. Yeah, so up here, this is where we initially were planning on doing the eave here with U-nails, but then we just sort of realized how much easier this wire system is to do. And honestly, the results are better as well. You can see that that's very, very straight and tight. And up there, oh, well, I mean, I guess that's that system as well, but with the U-nails, I'll get back here. Here we go. With the U-nails, there's sort of a little bit of kind of wonkiness. You sort of pull it as tight as you can while trying to hammer a U-nail into it, and that's a thing that requires more hands than a normal person has. So, yeah. So from there, it's just a matter of running the guide rope through it, and then when you attach the guide rope to the wire with these little C clips here. So these come out in like a C shape, and then there's these special pliers that you go, and it sort of compresses them into this ring. And so you use the ring to attach the rope and net to the guide wires. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to show you. Well, so we've planted some grass seed. We're hoping it comes up. We're headed into winter now, so it may just decide that it's not worth trying to start to be grass right now. We've also planted here some dwarf cardamom, which is cat safe. Apparently they really like the smell of it. It's got a, not dwarf cardamom, false cardamom. Yeah, it's actually a ginger. The leaves smell really nice when you disturb them. And so that's what's along there. Here we got some feijoa. This plant, this came with the house. We've got some banana trees, which were already here as well, and feijoa down there. We also got a few little, in case the grass doesn't take, various ground cover plants from Bunnings that hopefully will take off. We basically Googled whether every one of these things was cat safe, because they're not necessarily super smart about botany. So we wanted everything in here to be something they could just take a big old bite of and be all right. So we've got a cat door here. This is Teresa's office working here. We've got a cat door here, but we don't really have anything for them to come out on yet. So that's one of the next things we're going to do. And then the other side, we have, this is my office. We have a cat door here. That one is open. And right now we have this kind of janky little sort of shelf that I've cut a part of the shelf out so they can come out of here, get on this, jump down, right? We'll probably do something better looking there at some point. Right now we're also using this as a place to sort of put some catnip seeds in a planter. We'll see if anything happens with those. Again, we're headed into winter now. It's getting cold here, and so the plants may just decide they don't want to do it. What's next is we are going to put some little steps that go up this post and in a little shelf that goes along that, so that they can climb up to a high place and just lay and watch the birds and the neighborhood cats who don't have awesome catios. Right, so working on those now, and got all that going on in our little shed here. So we're sort of staining, but I think we're going to switch to actually just painting these. We'll see. Anyway, all right, so that's
that's our big Catio. It's usable now, but now all the work is going to go into making it pretty. All right.